How's everybody doing? This is Kyle here from KyleKraft. Welcome to the upgrade of our Village Takeover Base. This might be the funniest build I've ever done. Watch this. Dun, 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 dun. Mr. Flag, sir, how you doing? Good to see ya. And raid activated. Let's get a little higher field of view so we can see the action. And that's all we gotta do. You could do some reading. It's more like a picture book. I like houses. I got a little like putting green strip. I'll return. I never miss. Don't worry. Ever. Borderlands. Play some Borderlands. I'm about to just pop over and, you know, keep playing. Might as well. Oh, and it is freezing. Gotta use the bathroom though, so, you know, might as well. What's that? A raid victory? Oh, man, I don't remember doing anything. I guess it was just our Iron Golem army taking care of business. Ooh. Yep, welcome to the ultimate raid defense for the Village Takeover Survival Base. I told you I had what to me is a hilarious idea in mind, and I will tell you that it's completely unnecessary, but it's also completely necessary, okay? So let's get to it. Ready? Watch this. Ready? Dun 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 dun. Uh-oh, what's going on? Yeah, no, in this one we're gonna show the ultimate version of the Iron Golem army pillager raid defense, as well as the basic version, which is much more realistic. But what they both have is the trench with our Iron Golem army. And so in this specific video, I'm gonna show you how to build the trench so we can get started on the Village Takeover Base, okay? There's a lot to do, turns out, and so that's why in this one I'm going to show you the trench specifically, and then there's next steps. We're going to have to do a pumpkin farm, then the iron farm, then the Iron Golem Army Distribution Center. I'll be honest, I did a 3-hour recording session the other day, and I realized that this it wasn't structured right. First off, I ran into some bugs with the actual raid elements, so I had to do, oh my god, I've done so much testing. It is unbelievable. It is at a point of pain. I mean, but also I realized we need to consolidate these different projects into separate videos. So first we're going to do the trench in this one, that way you can get started on it. Then I'm just going to link a pumpkin farm tutorial because there's plenty out there. I don't know how to do it, so I'll show you a spot to put it in, probably about right there. Then up next is the iron farm, top left right there, which is a lot simpler than you would think. Okay, I built it in the 5-minute survival series world real early on, and it honestly took just a bit over an hour. Look at how much, it's so much iron. Is it overflowing? Oh my gosh. But so then we'll do tutorials of each one of those iron farm like bases. First we'll do the basic because that's a lot. We'll get to it, but then we'll do the ultimate because I need at least one of you to build the ultimate for me because but first let's take a look at it. Why don't we? Because it's the greatest build ever. First we walk in, obviously I kind of showed you, we dropped some iron golems through here because we got our iron farm cooking out some iron, right? But it has not been running very long, but still I put in this light system, which super proud of, super proud. I just wanted to be able to see the actual storage, you know, Kyle Redstone back in action. And so what happens is we get our iron blocks, boom, 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 drop in our army, and you can see if we drop them through, we got the entire path that goes down, takes them all the way through to the trench where the pillagers come through and get destroyed. But yeah, here's the basic version. This is the one most of us are going to be doing, and I'll be real honest, I actually like this one more because it's more integrated into the actual village. Look at how it's built into the house. And the house actually turned out really cool. It drops in, doesn't have the light system, which breaks my heart. But what we do is we just go down the ladder and manually place the iron golems in. But it's kind of structured better, and it really does look better there. And it's easier, and we'll do a tutorial on that next video. And now, might have noticed in the original Village Takeover Survival Base video, which if you haven't seen, you should probably watch that. It's in the top right card. There's a card. But you'll notice I did not mention an enchanting room, and that is because I feel like the best. What just happened? Where is that pigman come? What? There's a dog? Anyways, I feel like the best way to do enchanting is to actually do it right next to a mob farm, okay? That way you can, you know, pop in, AFK, get your levels after cutting down the skeletons, and you can just enchant and do all the magic that you need to do to get your super pickaxe with efficiency 5, as well as the sword. As we hang out with the squad here, the sword with looting 3. I'll let you know why we need the sword, but you can also get the levels by doing mining, which is obviously what we all do anyways, but need to do the mining anyways because we need iron, because in the end we're gonna want to have a beacon, and that's why we need looting 3 so we can get those wither skulls. And now I know there's gonna be people in the comments saying, oh, this is real survival friendly, you just got to do this and this first. And yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Honestly, I am realizing that this is a later stage project than I initially expected, but I'm gonna be posting a video on how to gather wither skulls, like simple tips. It's not as difficult as you might. I got you. And then for the wither battle itself, obviously it varies per person. For me and D, we like to take on 3 withers at once. Obviously D died, but you already know I came through and clutched it. So I mean, I'm also gonna make a video on taking out the withers, so if you're not there, then just hang tight. But really the keys are to just keep eating food, do it in a village so it explodes and it's hilarious, and you can take cover in the buildings, okay? That's it. Get that beacon. Okay, so we have our efficiency 5 pickaxe, we got our beacon, we are now ready to terraform and dig out this trench. So for that, we're here back in our original village takeover world with nothing built in, no trenches in place, and we're gonna go over how to terraform this bad boy right here. Okay, so first thing we want to do is we want to fly in over here and take out these trees, okay? We're gonna make some separations in the borders, we're gonna flatten out some of the terrain, we're gonna cut down the fences, and we're gonna get this gap so that our pillagers and our ravengers can drop in, okay? That's the overall goal. So first thing we need to do, as I just said, was take out some of these trees on the edges if you have them. The reason is that they can get stuck in these trees. The pillagers, the ravengers, especially the witches, always seem to get lost. So take out the trees. Let's go super speed. And so yeah, you don't need to take out all the trees. Well, let's take out this one right here, but they don't get completely stuck. It just takes a little bit longer. It gets a little bit annoying, so you might as well take out some of them. Just real tight on the edges here is what I really mean, especially because we're going to be terraforming and taking this out on the edge. What I didn't mention is not only do we need our pickaxe, but we're going to want to have a shovel maxed out because we're going to be taking a lot of dirt, but we wouldn't need a beacon for the shovel. But either way, you know what I'm saying. And so I'm going to legit switch to survival here because it's literally faster in creative mode. But first thing I would do is take out some of this grass just by doing the water buckets. I can't stand the grass in the way, and it pops it out real quick. Now we're going to take the shovel, dig through, take it out, and what we really want to get to is a 3 wide gap underneath, okay? And so by 3 wide gap underneath, I mean these first 2 blocks next to the wall and then the one underneath. And now I'm just going to make an example version right here. Oh, do I not have the beacon in this? Oh, random beacon coming in. I would not recommend this exact spot. It's kind of a little bit in the way, but you know, you got to do what you got to do for the ultimate video here. But so we're going to drop back in and then take it out by why is it not instant mine? What is happening here on the see, that's why we switch to survival, because it's literally faster than creative mode. But so 3 wide section, drop it down 6 blocks from whatever edge. And now what I want to add is that this is going to vary depending on the height of your fence, right? So we're going to find the lowest point in your fence. That's key, the lowest point. And so you'll see there, it rises with the hills over here. It rises up over there. But right here is the lowest height at which our fence is in our survival base. And so from here, take it down to 6 blocks down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it should be 6 right here. Let's just clear this and take a look. Should be 1, 2, 3. Nope. Let's check. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down from that lowest point. But you'll see I sped it up so you didn't have to look at it, but you really can blitz through this really fast, and it won't be as difficult as you might think once you have the materials or the equipment in place. Now I need you to promise me one thing, okay? Please do this, because otherwise it will pain me. Once you get these tunnels all set, you get the trench in place, switch out the blocks that are terrible, granite, andesite, oh my gosh, gravel. Don't even get us started on diorite, but take them out, switch them so that the entire thing is seamless with stone. I'll show you, it's way better. Trust me. You can leave the dirt, but switch it out for the stone. But anyways, okay, we're gonna pop through. We're gonna grab our stairs right here, and we're gonna switch out every log on the same level as the cobblestone. We're going to switch that out so that these are now stairs. I wish I would have known ahead of time before telling you to build this wall that this is what we would need to do, but the reason we're doing it is because these Ravengers, it turns out that they if it's a full block right here, that they get stuck when they try and come through. But having that half gap with the stairs, it allows it to come through, and I felt that was the best way to make it look good. Now, the next step we got to do here, I'm going to use blocks of iron so that you can kind of see the actual count here better, is we need to make, we have this L shape, right? And we need to drop the height of whatever area or terraform or whatever, block is next to it. We need to make it so that this level from the stairs underneath comes through in this L shape and is matched up, because when the Ravengers once again come through, they need that kind of 3 block section in terms of area to have space to fall down. Otherwise they just get stuck, and it's yes. So let's do some popping through there. And one thing I also want to mention is as we take this out, we're going to get this to the edge right here, right? So that it fits that O shape. But also we want to leave it so that there's kind of a tiered off path in terms of falling down. You don't want to have it just, well, obviously you don't want to have a 2 block drop because mobs can't fall off that. But kind of give it at least 2 blocks in width from this middle section. I'll show you once it's kind of completed. But yeah, you can tell it's kind of just ascended in this way where there's some space. Wait. But yeah, there's space between these drops, and you don't want to have these random holes. It just seems to confuse the mobs for some reason. And you don't have to have a dead straight line all the way across because that looks absolutely terrible. So, just kind of have it ascend in, but make sure you have long enough lines where it's not, just like, it's not just like 2 wide sections randomly within. It's, longer 6 section pieces, just like that. It looks better and it works. So now that we got that L shape in place, next step is, and what I'm just now realizing is since we took that out, this is now 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. So it's got to be 6 blocks from what is actually the level point from that L shape. That makes sense. That I know it makes sense. But so watch. 6 blocks in height from that top piece after we dig out and terraform this left side of the area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that'll be the fall zone for our Iron Golem army down here, and then for the raids to come in. Now we're also going to cut out a 1, 2, 3 section right here. I told you I did a ton of testing on this entire thing. I'm not 100% sure you necessarily need this kind of 3 wide area cut out, but it does spread the golems a little bit more so they have room to walk around. And what I notice is they don't get stuck as often and kind of grouped into cluttered groups, and then it just allows for them to position around and strike and attack in the best way. And so that's literally our trench dug in. We can take out this L shape just so you got that idea in mind. Obviously, what you would need to do next is replace this all with stone so it looks nice and seamless. But our real next step is to pull out trapdoors and put these all throughout on the edge right here. And the reason we're doing this, if you don't know, is because mobs think that this right here is a full block. And so they'll walk on top of it. But when the trapdoors are closed, they then just fall straight down into the mess of what is our army. So these will all be closed right here. Put them all the way around that entire line. And again, we're just doing a little subsection for you to see, but I'll show you once again so you can see it on the full project. But again, they think it's a full block, they walk over, but in reality, this is closed and they're down into the pit, the trench, death. And so that's really the entire process you need to do for digging out this trench. And again, that's our next step in creating this ultimate base defense. But as you can see here, this is that same area I mentioned. And why did I describe the fact that you should level out these angles and then I have random spots where there isn't those sections? Wow, okay, Kyle, don't know your own information here. Let's just do some repairing just so that the world download isn't all broken. By the way, if you didn't know, there will be a world download down below just in case you get confused and need some help and direction and figuring this out further. So, you know, you can check that out. But I might as well mention while we're right here doing this, once you get to these sections with a change in height, make sure you also have, you know, a little gap here and don't have it just kind of angled in like that, just like I just did, because the mobs can get stuck right there. So as I was saying, first off, look at how clean it is when it's all stone. Do that. Make sure you do that. I was testing around with the height right there, but go with that 6 blocks from the top here. I believe it's 6 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why is it 7 blocks? It's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh. Okay, we're good. We're good. You see me almost freak out there. Here's the lowest point of the fence. So this is 6 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What is going on? Why did you not follow your own information, Kyle? What? KyleKraft channel. That's what we do. But yes, so that is the idea. And as you can see on these different heights, like over here where the hill gets a little bit higher, there's going to be more digging to do to bring it down. But you want to have it level throughout the entire section to that bottom level that we established at our low point. So this height right here, I know it doesn't look like it. That's because I was testing around with different things. But to confirm it, it is better to have it all one level down here. So go ahead and do that. And then the final steps of the trench, we're going to want to put in some iron golems dug into the side of the wall right here. Now, I did, again, just hours of testing, a good 25 raids after a good 50 before that, and just let them run. And I noticed that the Ravengers with a pillager on top of them will get stuck. They spin around. I might have some footage. I'll be playing on screen if I do. But having these iron golems right here, the line of sight between them, let's pull out a Ravenger just because we can. The Ravenger just like this. Let's drop some pillars. They see the iron golems right here, and it just gives them this opportunity to then chase and go in on the what's it called? Now, I did notice that they were getting shot at before, but in the raids, the mechanics are different than if you just spawn them right here. In the raids, when one gets attacked, they all drop in. You know, we can do it. We can do it. I should have footage, and I'll just show that footage on screen. But even if so, if you do lose those iron golems in between at some point, you know, you can just replace them in, drop some, you know, put them back in. We got plenty of iron coming through. Trust me, that iron farm works well, especially once you're building the rest of the project. It'll be building up. Maybe it's the trapdoors? See, this is the KyleKraft channel right here. We just figure stuff out as we go. Let's see. Drop it in. No, they're still shooting them. They can still shoot them. So yeah, it was the raid mechanics that was allowing them to come through. And I did that just because I was noticing that they were getting literally, the pillagers were getting stuck and shooting, and then the ravagers were getting stuck and spinning around. So it was super annoying. And upon doing those countless tests, I only had these 2 sections of iron golems in place. So I believe the idea that if a pillager raid spawns over here, they'll end up, even if they, you know, get caught up and don't think right, they'll end up coming around to this side, seeing the line of sight, and then just falling into the trap. But either way, I want to show you just here that you'll want to dig out just a 3x3, well, a 3x3, and then 4 back, because we're gonna section it and put, what do we run into? This area. That's okay. Ready? Terraform. Boom. But I want to come back down. But there you go. It's going to run into that sugarcane farm, isn't it? Either way, it's fine. Pull out your stone blocks and reset so that there's a 2 wide gap so that the iron golem doesn't jump out. Iron golem won't have as much room to walk around, but he's got plenty of room to walk around once he's in there. And let's pull out a pumpkin and get this iron golem living in his new home. So that's just all you really need to do, is have them in place right there so that the line of sight is there, so if the raids come through, then they don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. And that's literally it for the trench. Final details to mention. Look at the bridge right here. You're going to want to switch it. Originally we had I don't know what we had before, but switch it to string with carpet on top, because again, what I noticed was the ravagers would come up and just kind of hold up on the section right here. But since it's carpet, they don't even look at it, they don't walk across it, and it protects us from them popping on through. So have that in place on the bridges. Also, don't put trapdoors all the way underneath the bridges, because it tends to, since they don't walk over the trapdoors, when there's no bridges, leave a 2 wide gap like right here. Since you see the bridge 2 wide right here, they won't walk over a section that isn't, you know, that doesn't have trapdoors, because they know that there's not a full block there, and they won't intentionally walk off the edge. Although for some reason at some points the ravagers did. But either way, just to be safe, leave that 2 wide section with the trapdoors. And there is one final detail I wanted to mention. What was it? And that's it. Edges, put a one block tall section on every single edge, because once again I was finding that the villagers were getting stuck, or the pillagers were able to just post up on this corner, and they would just stop there, and they would just pull up and just pop with their crossbow, and we don't need that. So put that 1 wall section that protects us from that, and from there the trench is all in place. And that was a step in this video that I wanted to take on. From moving forward, we're going to do the pumpkin farm, which let's pick a spot. Since we currently have farms right here and we got other farms right there, I would say put them within those farm areas. Maybe take out this tree, drop it in, or go over in this area over here, take out this tree and plop it in. I'll have it built by the next video. I'm going to do that off camera. I don't have a pumpkin farm design, obviously. I'm not that kind of Kyle Redstone, but I'm going to link down below the pumpkin farm you should use, because Derek built one on our other server and it works really well. So we'll use that one. That way we got plenty of pumpkins, so that once we get our iron farm up and running, we can drop in the army, and that's what it's all about. So yes, it'll be pumpkin farm off camera. Make sure you put that in. Then we're going to do the iron farm, and then we're going to do the iron golem army drop zone. So that's a plan. Next video, I think I'm going to do the how to gather wither skulls fast first. But after that, we're going to be doing a block by block tutorial of the basic farm, including the iron farm, which I want to mention is an ill mango design, but there was a bunch of changes we need to make, or had to make to make it work. I'll talk about that in the future in that video, but this one is, honestly, I like it more because integrated into that house really matches up with the village takeover. And then from there, we're going to do a block by block of the ultimate version, because I did so much testing. Oh my God. And I just need at least one person to build the beauty that is the ultimate iron farm with the drop zone. I need one of you to do it. So yes, that's the plan, and it looks like the Village Takeover Survival Base is turning into a series, which is dangerous because, as we know, the KyleKraft channel series normally lasts around 3 episodes. So let's see if we can beat it. Only time will tell. But that's it for this one. Thanks for coming.